Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. So does everybody love doing black and white cards? Yeah. Sometimes they can be very elegant, easy. So I'm going to put a little twist on a couple of them tonight and do a little bit of watercoloring. I'm pretty good. I'm going to venture out tomorrow morning early. I have to go to the post office and I have to do a little bit of shopping. It's going to be one of those in and outs and back home again because, this stuff makes me just nervous. So I'll come back and do some coloring, I think. Housework, forget it. So here's one. I didn't plan on doing this one, but if I get through the other ones, I can stamp it on just some white and show you how I colored it. But I think you'll get the idea from the other few that I'm doing, and they're going to kind of remind you of what I did the last video. So I'm going to be using water and I'm going to be using alcohol. So I'll take that one away. I actually have like a pile of other cards to show you. But you're not seeing the fronts yet. Okay. Because they were just so fun. Okay. So this one, I cut this out with the Stitch So Sweetly. And then this black piece is 3 by 4 1/4. So it'll fit just like that. And these are the note cards that we sell in the catalog. I'm just going to get that ready. I don't think I folded any of them. I'm going to need my little deer because I am going to be using that. Okay. So for this one, I used Butterfly Gala, and Butterfly Wishes. So I'm going to set them to the side. And look at this. This is like all the stamps. So hopefully they're like in order, kind of, sort of, I hope. So this one, I didn't color any of it. There was like no need. This one is just like so perfect all on its own. So I'm going to use the VersaFine for the thank you very much. And I'm putting that right on the bottom. I actually could have put it up a little bit. Okay. And I think so I don't smudge it, I'm okay. And I need my little sponge. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. And then see, it doesn't always, what I like to do is take a sponge, and this one isn't as bad as some of the others, but just lightly. And then I'm going to bring it, I should put a piece of paper under me. I'm just going to stamp it right there. And this has all the lights and darks all by itself. And just blot it very lightly. And then stamp the butterfly. Look how gorgeous that is. That's like as if it was colored in by... Okay, so where's the little black paper? So then we'll just put that together. And then way back when, I think it was when these sets, when the catalog first came out, I think I have another video with like butterfly, mostly butterfly cards, black and white. That's when we had the matching butterfly paper. Oh yeah, it was during Celebration. I gotta turn this over, and I think I'm just gonna get a piece of paper for underneath. I was hoping this would work because I think having the lines on the paper, like the grid, is partially what makes the, you know, the camera move. So this I just put down flat as well. Hi Stacy, Carrie, who else did I miss? I don't want to miss Lou if she's here. Cindy, hi. She got me live. And then just like mostly up and down. Of course, it's hard to see when I'm so pushed up ahead. It's easier when you're like directly over something to make it look even. Hi, Charlotte. So here is that one, card number 1. And I want to put these so that I don't mix them up. I should have gotten another bin, but I didn't. Okay. So card number 2, maybe I'll bring out one of the other ones. Let's see. This one, I wanted to show you something. So this I didn't put together yet, but I mean, you can see how, and this is with the new ornate dies. So if I were to put that, you know, this would be over a little bit, the bow, but could put that together just like that. And I forget the name of that set. It's probably out here somewhere. I put some of them away. So I did show you that one. Okay, now we'll do card number 2. There's just so many to show. I don't want to wait till the end. So this was Silhouette Scenes. There's the card. But I am going to do the top a little bit different. Like I pre-cut it the first time. So this time I cut the whole thing out. Ruh-roh. I know I cut it. Let's see if it's inside that. Oh, Gail, please don't do this. Whenever this happens, I find it like after the live. It was here. Okay. Let me run something through. Hopefully my die is still out. Oh. Maybe this is one that'll work. Yep, a little bit. That was easy. Okay. There's just something on it. But I will find the other one. All right. So now I'm all fuddled this way. It's another word I use a lot. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jackie. And Char. Okay. So this one, let me just get the stamps. So this set is the Silhouette. Yeah, it's down on the floor. But it has, like, there's no stamp for the tree. This is just a die. Let me get the set. Here it is. Silhouette Scenes. So this is the one we're going to be using. And I probably will have to heat set this one. So I almost used my vape as the glue. All right, so let's get that on even. And then we're going to put this together. Okay, so on this, I'm going to take this sponge, which really has nothing too much on it, and very, very lightly, I'm going to run it over these birch trees. So some of it gets covered up, but it's perfect when you have a sponge that doesn't have much on it. Otherwise, you'd really, really have to be even more gentle. So now they really look like birches. I can get in a little closer. Okay. So we're going to set that aside. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to put this here. How did I do that before that? The card had to have been together in order for me. Oh, maybe I know what I did. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I got this. Okay, so again, I'm using the VersaFine so that I don't have to use the Stamparatus. And then again, I have to heat it. So what I did is I stamped this and then fit the tree to her. Duh, it was a duh moment. She's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to heat set her. Okay. So now we can put that down. I know you want me to get to the part where I watercolor. I actually do too, because I was really having a relaxing time doing it. Okay. So then you want to fit your tree so it really looks like she's coming from it. Let's see. That's going to work there. And then I'll trim off a lot of the bottom. Okay. So I'm not going to go all the way. I can always like add a little bit more glue. I prefer not to glue up my hands tonight like I normally do. We all know how I do that. Okay. Okay, then we're going to take just a note. And I'm going to do that in the VersaFine as well. Yeah, I got to bring it down. I'm probably out of camera, but I'm sorry. All right, I'm just going to quickly. Okay, so when you're doing something like I'm going to do, like it doesn't matter that your pieces are two different sizes, because we're going to take this one and glue it. And this is a 1/2 inch, and then that one is 3/4. Or no, it's actually like a line less. I can't think of the measurement. Okay, so we have that on, and then go ahead, laugh. That was pretty funny. And that. So We're just going to put that a little kilter there. Like that. And then we're going to trim some of this off. And like I said, you can, or I will, go back and glue some of them, just the little edges a little bit later. I might even take that whole piece off, I'm not sure. Okay, so then this goes down onto the card. So that's doing silhouette, black and white, with a little bit of sponging in there. So that is card number 2. Okay, card number 3. So I'm using Timeless Tropical and Lily Pad Lake, part of it. And again, I have from Stitch So Sweetly, and then this one is from the Rectangle Stitch Dies. So now we're really going to do some watercoloring. What did I just do with it? How do I do that? Like, I picked it up from the right, I should put it down on the right. Oh, Gail. Mama. Okay. Oh, I see it. It's way up here, but I got this one already. I'm sticking it in the basket, and then I'll know where it is. Yay! I'm a genius. Okay. So, on the back of this card, I took a stencil. I think this one is still in the catalog. Don't hold me to it. And then I didn't want to do the whole thing, so I think I'm on this side. So I just did little sections, lightly. So you don't want to go too hard. You want to keep that gray look. And I'll do like a little bit more there. I think that's good. Okay, so get rid of that, and we're going to set this aside. Then I'm going to take the Smoky Slate. Let me give it a good squeeze first. Okay, so first we're using alcohol on this one. So I'm doing my background. So for the bottom, this is going to be like the beach area. So I kind of dabbed it. But then I stamped over it, but I just wanted it to look a little bit different. Okay, and I'm not going to go up as high as I did the other one. So now I'm going to add more. It's not water, it's alcohol. And I'm going to go across like that. Now you'll see one of the samples after that I also did the sky. But on this one, and the one I have in front of me, I decided to leave it white for the sky. So I'm going to take this stamp, which was from Seaside Notions. So it's this stamp here. And I'm going to stamp on top of what would be the sand. Then I'm going to take the black and I'm going to take those same palm trees that we used the other night. And I'm going to stamp that. And then I have those, remember those little bits of grass? Okay, so we put a little bit of that. Yep, I'm going to do the VersaFine again, because I made this a little bit darker. So I'm going to put Thinking of You right there in the corner. And then those same ships that I used. And I'm only going to put part of them. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Lola. I see some new names tonight. So forgive me if I don't welcome everybody, because I really try to concentrate on what I'm doing. I just kind of glance up every once in a while. Okay, so then I took just a marker for this part. And I just wanted to add, oh, I meant to grab the gray, not the, all right, so that one's black and this one's going to be gray. And then just those little stripes there in the sail. And then we can put it together. Whoa. It's sailing away. Okay, so that goes there. And then we're going to put that down, right side. So really it was pretty easy, huh? Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Kay. So you can really do a scene card with just one color. And I could have used water for this one, but the alcohol just dries so fast that I love it. So here's the original card. And then here's that one. And then, let's see. I think there was a couple others. Okay. So then there was this one. I did some sky. And I hadn't cleaned my grass, so that's a little green. And then I did this one as well. So just, you know, same idea, a little different. So I think this is the one I did tonight. I'm going to put the other ones. Okay, so now we're really going to get into coloring. And I'm just going to wipe this out. Like today I didn't, because by the time I got to it, it was really all evaporated. So I don't normally fuss at all when I use alcohol. So let me just move these over and I'll get this one ready. And this one we're doing with water. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to stamp first. And I need this. The deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. I probably should have used the VersaFine on this too. There was another card I was going to do. All right, get you good. Okay, so then we're going to cover. So for my masks, I just use Avery Low Tack. It's mostly the ears we have to worry about. Okay, and then I have these trees which came also from Nature's Beauty. And I'm just going to stamp them. Okay, and then I did a second row, so I stamped off. Okay, we're going to need that. And I think that's it. So now we can remove that. And there is a little bit of a halo, but that's okay. All right, so I got my ink ready. And I'm using a regular brush this time. And I just squirt some water in. Yeah, it all wants to go there. It's flat now. So, like up in here. So I'm not using a lot of water. And I'll show you. I might have to stamp the birds just to show you, because this is more like strokes rather than like normal, but I love doing scenes. Love it, love it, love it. So I've gone back up into the trees. And I want that a little lighter. So you just add more water. And if you think you have too much water on the brush, just, you know, pat it off. And then I'm going to take a little bit darker and go just around like where the halo was, because then you're not even going to notice it. I'm just using the very tip of the brush. Okay, and then around by his feet, I want it a little darker, so I'm more up into where the straight ink is, although I'm touching the water first and then going into that. And then a little bit between his legs there. And the other one, now that I'm really looking at it, I did use the, whatchamacallit, the VersaFine, because it is much brighter. So if you don't have VersaFine, I would say use your Stamparatus or your Misty, so you can stamp the image a couple times. All right, I'm just gonna, okay. And now we can mount them, and then I'll show you the other one, and I'll show you like part of a flower or something real fast to show you how you can do that. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Carol. I know the Tropical Oasis is such a great set. And I didn't even, like any of these, like pop them up. Girls, I saved dimensionals tonight. Okay. Okay, so let me show you. I stamped this. This is the first one. So he's a little bit more forward, and I did use the VersaFine. So you can see he's brighter, and it does look better, but it's still good. If you didn't see that one, you know, you'd be like, wow. Like, I just love that you can do all that. Okay. So let me show you one other thing, and then let's see, where do I have it? I put the other thing away, so I will stamp this. No, not VersaFine. So I'll do a little bit of this so you can see it. And I'll do it so I can cut it out and make another card. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more water in there. I lost the brush. Seriously, Gail, I got it. I got it. All right, I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer. Okay, so in the very light, that's too much water. So you just, and I learned this from Angie. I never would have like done this tapping, but I'm just like tapping the very tip of the brush. Or maybe I did it and don't even realize, but all right, so I do like a light coat and then move on. And then I'll come back to them. The branch, I did a very light. Okay, so now for the birds, I did a little bit heavier. I went more into the ink and like under the wing, same way that, you know, you're shadowing with markers. Like here, there's going to be a shadow because the one bird is like behind the other one. And wherever these like dark lines are is all where I put it. And then right there by the wing. And the flowers, I didn't touch. Although it would be nice is maybe some Winka Stella. Okay, so I'm going to let them rest, and I'm going to go back into like where it's darker and just tap a little bit into, I mean, they're very small, so there's really not a lot you can do. Well, that I can do. So wherever you want to put a little bit darker, maybe like on this knot by their little feet, you can go in a little bit heavier. Okay, and then, oh, I left out the one head right there. Okay, so now you can go with the lighter, or you can just leave it. And again, I'm not really brushing, I'm just kind of really tapping. And that's really it. I mean, you could do that with any color, but to color like that, but that's really how you do just the gray. So let me show you a couple other of the cards that I did. So there's this one, and that's also from Ornate Garden. Hi, Carol. Hi, Roberta. Ornate Garden, and this one, I did this on vellum, and what I did, like there's no glue on there. I just made it long enough to glue it to the back. And this one I did put up, and I used the brick for the background. So this one is the one I really watercolored. I wish this camera was clearer. So which set is this? This is To a Wild Rose. So this was really fun, but basically the same as what I just did. You know, like around the base, I did the dark, and then went back and pulled some light. And then on the edges, I made some dark lines to look like it was folding. And that I learned from Lou. And then this is Forever Blossoms. And you've seen me do this one in color, and it's basically the same card I did in color, except it's black and white. So I'm going to bring everything back now. I get to make another card. All right, so I'm going to lay these out, but I'm probably going to lay the other ones right on top. So I'm going to do the brighter one for my picture, my YouTube picture. We'll do that one. That's the one I did tonight. That has more definition. And then, ooh, there's a lot of cards. Lots of cards. Lots of cards. So I did have fun with these. Now I have a lot of cards to send out. So I hope you enjoyed this. And hey, Lou, that Lou is a wise woman. I've learned a lot from you and Steph, Echo, a few other people, Heidi. So, yeah, guys, thanks for being here with me tonight. And I'll be back on Sunday with, you know, my motto. I don't know what, but it'll be something. Thanks for joining me. Good night, everybody.